Hey everyone, and welcome back to Owl Creek. So it's pretty early in the morning, about 7 a.m. I am getting ready to go put our homemade livestock trailer on the truck. I've already got it taken over to my parents last night with my Ranger, and we are going to be selling some goats today. We've sold all of our Nigerian goats, actually doing a little bit of trading and some cash to a young family with four other Nigerian does. So little Scotty, he is going to be in heaven having all those does next year. But I am heading over to my parents right now so we can get all of the Nigerians loaded up, and we are going to head south. We're going to meet the people almost halfway, and we're going to take you along for it. So we didn't get it on video. We've got the 3 Nigerians loaded up, and probably one of the fanciest stock trailers you've ever seen. Let's see if I can get them on video here. Yeah. All right, that's all the girls. The folks just texted me and said they do not want the buck. They didn't have an area ready for him just yet. Hi, girls. Oh, there you go. All right, guys, so what a day it's been. I really didn't get anything else on video from selling the goats. I drove down about an hour and a half to meet the folks. That all went just fine. They were there already waiting on me. We did our trade that we were doing, and I turned around, came right back home. On my way, my mom texted me, said that something had gotten the chickens last night. Feathers everywhere, so by the time I got home, she had just gotten home from church, and she was out working on that. If you're new to the channel and you don't know, I live at the back of our property. My parents live at the very front of our property. I have a house back here, me, my wife, and my son. And so I went up there. I helped my mom with the chicken fence, and then decided that since this pasture right here, the goats have pretty much ate everything out of it that they're going to for now. There's a little bit of weeds left up here, but besides that, everything down there they have mowed out pretty much entirely. So we decided, being that we do rotate pastures, that it was time to rotate. Okay, so rotating pastures, for us, what that means is we've got our homemade stock trailer. I bribed the goats in there with some feed, which right now they're not getting any feed, so they're always happy to see that. We got 3 of them in. Precious, our big, very skittish Kiko New Zealand Doe, she bolted. Not only did she get out, she ran and ran and kept on running. We have no idea where she's at. Let me show you the last place that we saw her. So when we were following Precious, she came up past my house running, ran down this big hill down into the holler, crossed the creek down there that you see, and across from that is 80 acres of thick woods. I mean, you can see just how thick it is. You can barely even see through most of it. She is gone. We have no idea exactly where she is. We chased her, and I think that was probably the wrong move. It just drove her farther away. I'm going to leave the pen that she was in unlocked, and a different pin that we have just in case she decides to walk in it, and hopefully I can get her locked in there again. So if any of you watching have goats that have ever made the great escape, much like Precious now has, what luck have you had? Have they ever came back? If you could, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you caught them, if you tricked them, if you set traps, what you did. I'd love to get her back. She is a New Zealand doe, so I mean, not that we have a buck for her just yet, but our plan was to get one. And she is somewhere in all that behind me. Or she's already down across the farmer's fields. I mean, it's hard telling. But anyway, so we got the chicken fence fixed up. We got the girls rotated into their new pasture. They're happy. They're in grass. Some of it's 2.5, 3 foot tall, plenty of weeds and everything for them. So I did not get video of us putting the goats in their new pasture. It was just such a crazy busy day. I didn't even take my camera out at that point. I did go back later on and took a few pictures. I'll post those on here, that way you can see where they're at now, and later on I'll do an update video, let you see the pasture that they're in. It is pretty small. I kind of expect it'll only last about a week, maybe 2, and then they'll have that ate up, and then we will move them on to a different pasture, a bigger one. And also I'm going to be, their next pasture is this right here, the pasture that Precious and Bucky started in this year. I'm going to be fencing down this huge hillside behind me, up against the creek, and back over all the way along the creek bank and back up the hill. So that'll be a pretty good size lot for them. And it's also just so overgrown. It's a ton of weeds and everything. They should love it. But yeah, so now we are down to 5 does here on the farm. All 3 of the Nigerian dwarf does are now gone. We still have our Nigerian dwarf buck. The folks that bought the does wanted the buck, but they did not have a place to keep him just yet, so they're going to work on that. And if nothing else, if we still have him whenever it comes time to breed, I might breed him to Kaylee, being that she's going to be smaller and they should make smaller babies that way. So I don't know, maybe just a little experiment there. But anyways, that's all that I've got for today, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and go down there and hit that subscribe button.